Yo, what up guys, Bo here. Welcome to what's in my tech bag version 1.0. Coming right off the last video of my 2017 Dream Desk Tour, I want to show you what I carry with me on a regular basis. Even though it's important to look at the tech, a lot of times the bag itself gets overlooked. So let's start off with what I think is one of the best bags on the market today. I'm talking about the Everyday Backpack by Peak Design. Yes, this is marketed towards photographers, but I absolutely use it as my daily bag. I have the 30 liter over its 20 liter little brother. This backpack is both understated and minimalistic, which checks the box for me. The big selling point here is quick access. You can quickly get to any of the compartments without having to take the bag off of you. Super spacious inside with a separate compartment for a 15-inch laptop and a tablet. This bag has a magnetic latch enclosure, allowing easy one-hand operation. Other notable features are the hideaway straps that you can use for tripods or, in my case, a monopod. When not in use, it just stows away. The side pockets expand so you can pack a giant water bottle for those all-day outings. Or if you're headed to the airport, the luggage pass-through comes in pretty handy. Next up is my main editing machine, the late 2016 15-inch MacBook Pro with Touch Bar in space gray. This completely redesigned laptop is packing an Intel i7 quad-core CPU, 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of SSD, and Radeon Pro 455 with 2 gigs of video RAM. This laptop chews through 4K footage without breaking a sweat. This is my main go-to machine whether it's on the road or in the studio connected to a dual monitor setup. When running programs like Final Cut Pro for video editing or Capture One Pro for photo editing, the MacBook Pro will kick up the fans to help cool it down. But this guy allows more cool air to circulate the bottom as well as angle the laptop for a better typing and viewing experience. I want to give a shout out to your average consumer as I first saw this stand by Sataki on his video and I bought one right away. Except for the rubber on the lip and feet to help with grip, the entire thing is made from high quality aluminum, and when not in use, it folds down to practically nothing. This is definitely one of the most underrated laptop accessories that I highly recommend. A number of people complain about dongle life, which, honestly speaking, I haven't really had a big issue with. Which brings us to my next must-have accessories I carry. It's the Hoo2 USB hub, Hoo2. The stylish little guy connects to my MacBook Pro, and in turn I get a USB-C charging port pass-through, 3 USB-A 3.1, plus an SD card reader. This one adapter covers all of my needs with any of the non-USB-C accessories. Not much else to say except that it does what it's designed to do, flawlessly. Oh, the light up logo sounds corny, but actually kinda dope looking. Along with connected accessories, I also carry a Samsung T3 portable SSD in the 500 gig variety. Since the cable can't be detached from the hard drive, you can use USB-C or USB-A. This little thing is fast enough to run Windows 10 through external boot camp, so on those rare occasions, I can game just fine as if I'm running Windows natively on the MacBook Pro's internal SSD. When on the go, I store both the Hoo2 and the Samsung Drive in this little hard case by Enitec. It's got just enough room that both items fit snugly with a couple of extra cables thrown in. Speaking of hard cases, I store all my SD cards in the Pelican SD memory card case. It's super durable materials made from tough plastic, water sealed with a rating of IP4. You can store up to 12 SD cards and 6 micro SD cards. They also make a version for CF cards as well, so if you value your content, make sure to have adequate protection, and no one does it better than Pelican. Now, I'm not the most organized person, but I do try to be. To help me with that is this little bag by InCase. Its clear side allows me to quickly check for items without having to open and dig through. Any loose items like charging cables, chargers, and various extra batteries all go in here. And speaking of batteries, I have a few external battery packs from Anker. This is the Anker PowerCore 10,000, which is one of the lightest and smallest external batteries with 10,000 milliamp capacity out there. It'll provide almost 3.5 full charges for an iPhone 8 or about 2.5 full charges for a Galaxy S8. I have even charged my 12-inch MacBook with it, although it's on the slow side. But for phones and tablets, it does have quick charge built in, so if you're heading out to a place without available outlets, this battery pack is a lifesaver. My headphone of choice is the Pioneer DJI 2000. This is one of the favorites for pro DJs out there. It provides a relatively flat signature while providing enough lows and highs without muddying either end. The construction is solid and one of the most comfortable headphones I've ever worn. I have worn these headphones hours on end, and the memory foam really just cradles my ears without making it feel fatigued. Comes with a thick, coiled, detachable mini XLR cable, and the headphone is able to fold down to a very compact size. For those times when I'm just walking on the streets or want to be able to take phone calls, I use the RHA MA750i with iOS remote and mic. The design makes this a bit different than your typical Apple earphones. You wear this over and behind your ears like an in-ear monitor rather than hanging straight down. This helps to create a tight seal so it eliminates most unwanted noise. The construction is all stainless steel, so it is on the heavier side. There are 3 buttons on the remote control for various functions like taking or initiating calls, changing volume, or even talking Siri. The sound quality is really good for its price point, but if you're a bass head, you might want to look elsewhere. If I'm heading somewhere where I know there might be a chance that I'll be taking photos or videos, I'll bring some more goodies with me. First up is the Sony a6500, which is what I use to film all my YouTube videos with. It's such a small compact camera with amazing abilities, one of the best autofocus systems out there with face tracking, face detection, shoots 4K internally and able to crank up the ISO without unwanted noise. Of course, it doesn't matter how good the camera is if you don't attach really good glass to it. When I'm filming, I usually have the Sony 24-70mm f2.8 G Master. It has one of the most used focal range out there, and being that it's a G Master lens, the image quality is just superb. I didn't buy it just for YouTube, and I definitely don't recommend it if you're just starting out, either in photography or film, as it's one of the most expensive 24-70mm lenses out there. But if you're after no compromise image quality, you cannot go wrong with this lens. For portrait shoots, I always carry the 85mm f1.4 G Master. I just have no words to describe how ridiculously amazing this lens is. Especially when shooting wide open at f1.4, it just takes your subject to a whole new level. The downside is that this lens is a real monster. It's big and heavy and looks ridiculous on the small a6500 body. Not really meant as a travel lens, but if you shoot portraits, this is a must-have in your arsenal. And lastly, I really don't know how I've lived so long without using a monopod. It is such an underrated but must-have photography and videography tool. I have with me the Sirui P324S carbon fiber monopod. Not only is this monopod super light, it can support up to 22 pounds, which is crazy heavy. This has a max height of 68.5 inches, which is about 5.5 feet. What makes this particular monopod one of the best out there are some of the unique features such as oversized feet. It's so big that you can use as a temporary tripod. Another feature I haven't seen anywhere else is the ability to detach the bottom piece and use as a hi-hat for those really low angle shots. The grip has built-in panning if you happen to have left your video head at home. I strap it to my backpack for when it's just too cumbersome to bring a full-size tripod. These are generally the tech that I bring with me on a regular basis, unless it's for something more specific like a photo shoot, in which case I'll make adjustments like swapping on the monopod for a tripod, adding in a flash and trigger and leave the laptop stand at home. I'll have all the items listed down below if you want to check them out. I'd love to hear what tech you have in your bag. Definitely leave them down in the comments section. If you like this video and want to see more, let me know by smashing the like button and be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon, as I have a lot more content coming soon that you won't want to miss. This is Bo. Hey, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.